In this video, I'll be showing you a bunch of secret areas that you may have missed or may need to progress in the story in Shadow of the Erdtree. And my god, it is absolutely beautiful the way they hid some of these places and how you have to get to it. One thing I do want to mention, if you're just entering the DLC and watching this video, I suggest watching the map fragment video first. That way you have the entire map open up and you'll have an idea of what sites of grace I'm talking about in this video. And let's get started. Now that you have all these Shadow of the Erdtree map fragments, we're now going to move into secret locations. So for the first one, make your way over to the main gate cross site of grace. From this site of grace, we're going to head down this way, and then we're going to hang to the right. So just follow me as we go up this pathway. Get past all these mobs. And then you will arrive at the Cliff Road Terminus site of grace, which will give you access to the Prospect Town area as well as the Church of Benediction. So feel free to now explore this entire area to your satisfaction. The next place we are heading to is going to be all the way on the left side at the Rauh Ancient Ruins. So this whole area, the left side of your map, because we've gotten the image for it, but we haven't been able to get to it. So from here, we're going to go from the main gate plaza, which you already have unlocked if you were watching the first part of the video, and then we're going to go all the way up these steps here. So just follow me back up this pathway. This time when you're by the burning boats, you're going to go up the steps to the left where you're going to have to deal with an enemy, or you don't. You can literally just go around them and take the elevator behind them up. So let's go there and take this elevator up. Once you make it to the next floor, you're going to go right up here. You can activate the site of grace at the specimen storehouse and then turn left into this room where we'll take this lift downstairs. Once you're down here, you're going to immediately turn to the right, bait out a pot that crashes on the wall there, and then you're going to head this way. Go down these steps, dodge this guy, and then once you go down the steps, you're going to turn left into this room, and then you're going to turn right and walk in here. You're then going to make a left, go downstairs, and then you can activate this site of grace right over here called the West Rampart. After this, you can actually call Torrent to run on this bridge instead of running on your feet. Shout out to the YouTube comment section for letting me know, because I originally ran past here. And while you're going across this whole bridge, there is going to be a fire cloud that appears above you, dropping a bunch of rain on you of fire. There's going to be an enemy at the end of this. You can defeat them, you can get their incantation, and you can also get a hood from them when you defeat them. So you can do that. Otherwise, you could just go right past them and through here. Once you enter this door, you're then going to turn right and go up these steps. Get on the lift that takes you upstairs, and you arrive at this site of grace, which is called the Viaduct Minor Tower. And then you can walk out here to enjoy the next area, the Ancient Ruins of Rauh. Now that we arrived at the Ancient Ruins of Rauh, I'm going to show you another secret area, but first you want to make your way to the Rauh Ancient Ruins west side of grace. From here, you're going to make your way up these steps over here. Don't get hit by these red balls. Then turn right and go into this room. From here, you're then going to turn left through this exact pathway, then turn right, and then you will arrive in front of a big wall. Right to the wall on the left, you'll see a lever. Press that lever and then the wall will come down. Then you can go on top of the lift to take it up. Once you arrive upstairs, then you're going to wrap around to the left where you'll start to see these pathways. Just follow me as we get across this entire pathway here. And then you'll arrive at another elevator. Then step on this and take this elevator all the way up. Once you arrive here, then simply just follow this pathway all the way down, just like this, and make sure to not get hit by this big golem shooting arrows at you. Once you arrive at this part, you're going to look to the right and see a structure, and as soon as you walk in there, that's when the Divine Beast fight number 2 is going to begin, where you'll get into combat with it, but now you know the way to get over here when you want to fight this boss. Before we move on to the next location, there's a secret portal that'll take you to the Ancient Ruins of Rauh, but first we need an imbued sword key in order to activate this portal. Now in Castle Ensis, you'll be able to find an imbued sword key, and if you haven't gotten it, the closest site of grace for you to get this is the Castle Lord's Chamber, which is right before the Rhia boss fight. If you haven't have it, just follow me real quick. From here, we're gonna go take the elevator downstairs. So we're kind of working backwards here in the castle. But if you're going forward, you'll know exactly where to go to if you're making your way up the castle. From here, you'll bump into a knight, and right in front of the knight is a little tower here where you can just pick up the key. If you're coming up the opposite way, you just have to turn into this room before going forward, and that's where you get your imbued stone key. From the High Road Cross site of grace, you're gonna hop on Torrent and follow me up this way. So we're gonna head left and up towards the left side. Go through these rocks, then another left here. And then you will arrive right where you need to use the imbued sword key. Just go up to this statue, put it here, after taking that, you'll arrive in the Ancient Ruins of Rauh. And then when you go forward and approach the statue, you'll get the drop Verdigris Discus, which will raise your defense when you wear a higher equipment load. Now let's move on to the next secret location. Now we're gonna go to Bonnie Village. So from the Morth Ruins, hop on your torrent, and we're gonna go this way, under this bridge. And then when you see this building over here, just hop up towards it just like this, then slowly make your way down here. Keep going to the lowest part as far as you can go. Just like this. You'll see some guys over here, just ignore them, keep going down, and then wrap around up here. Once you arrive here, you'll then go up a ladder, and then once you come out of there, you will arrive at Bonnie Village. Now once you arrive at Bonnie Village, there's a secret thing I need you to grab over here, so you're gonna head towards the north part of Bonnie Village. And you're gonna head over to this tree that I'm gonna show you. Looks completely different than all the other trees in the area, right over here. When you touch this tree, or touch this right over here, you will get the Oh Mother emote, which you're gonna need to unlock another area in this video. Now, if you go back to Bonnie's Village, all you have to do is then just head all the way towards the east, where you're gonna find a bridge. Then just cross this bridge. Then you're going to just take this pathway that I'm doing while we get these sites of grace. This one is the bridge leading to the village, and then continue to go all the way up this entire pathway. You will find a furnace golem, but in my game it's not here because we did a farming guide on how to take out every single one, which you should totally subscribe to so you don't have to deal with these furnace golems on your map. Then you'll arrive at this site of grace over here, which is the Church District High Road. If you go south, you'll arrive at the Cathedral, which is an entire questline of itself, which I did an entire video dedicated to. We're, however, going to go up north through this tunnel. You'll then arrive at the Church District entrance site of grace. So in your game, when you come out of the site of grace, it may be drained, it may not be drained. You're just gonna jump onto this pathway here that I'm taking you, and we're gonna head to this location. Jump over here. Great, turn right. Go up this pathway. Jump. Don't get attacked by this guy, and then jump again on this roof. Then you can hang to the right, fight or not fight, totally up to you against this Mesmer soldier. I like to usually sneak past them. And then once I'm far enough, I'll get back and run. Then I'll jump onto this building here. And then I'll look for that ledge right over there. And from that here, I'll just jump. Then what you want to do is just go straight up this way. Go up this roof. And then angle yourself right over here and drop down. Then turn to the right, continue down this way, and then drop down. Now, if you go straight down this way, just like this, there's going to be 2 Mesmer soldiers, but you can walk by them. And then I'm going to turn immediately left right here. When you take this pathway, you'll arrive at this lift right here, and that'll take you all the way up. From here, you'll arrive in the specimen storehouse, and what you want to do is go left right over here, and you'll find a site of grace in front of you. This will be the storehouse back section site of grace, so now you don't have to go through all that. Now from here, what you want to do is just walk forward and climb up this ladder. Ignore these enemies here and just keep going. No need to start fights. Then when you're over here in this room, what you want to do is just circle around these guys like this, turn to the right, and you're gonna have a secret back room door right here. So from here, just go up this pathway, follow these stairs all the way up, go in here, and save at the site of grace, which is the storehouse loft. From the storehouse loft, you can then just take this elevator or lift to the next spot. Then just follow this pathway, pretty simple. Turn right here. If you need to get rid of the bats, get rid of the bats. Then from here, turn right, climb up this ladder. Turn to the right. And then drop down on this right here. Then jump and roll down. And you can walk right out of here. And then take the next elevator to the next location. All right, once you arrive here, you're just going to go down this pathway. Go nice and slowly. And then go into this elevator to go down. You'll then arrive at this side of grace, which is the Shadow Keep back gate. Now, if you go forward out in the open here, you're going to be entering into a boss with Commander Gaius, who is an extremely difficult and annoying boss. I think it's the worst boss in the entire game. However, once you do defeat Commander Gaius with whatever methods you get, you'll then get access to a site of grace after the fight, located right over here, further up, called the Scaduview. If you hop on your horse and explore further here and go all the way to the end, you'll arrive at a Scadutree chalice, which has 5 Scadutree fragments by it. Very cool to explore. Now, if you go back to the Shadow Keep back gate, you can then turn to this room over here where you're going to see a statue, and in front of it, perform the Oh Mother emote. After that, it's going to slide open, and then you'll have access to an entire secret hidden pathway, which looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. But this is the entire Hinterlands that you can explore, and then make sure to just grab the site of grace right over here for the Hinterlands. Now, from the Hinterlands, if you want to make it to the bottom right, you just have to follow this entire pathway until you arrive at the Finger Ruins of Dheo. That's it. You can explore that on your own. The next location that we're going to be heading over to is going to be the Scadutree base. So once again, from the Shadow Keep Church District, you're going to make that jump and follow the pathway until we reach the inside of the building. Now this time, when you go straight, we're not going to go all the way down. We're going to make a left as soon as we can. So make a left and cross this bridge. There's going to be a couple bats here. You can walk by them if you want. Just go past all these bats and then jump over here. And then what you want to do is climb up this ladder immediately. Once you climb up this ladder, you're going to find a lever here. You're then going to activate this lever, which is going to cause the entire area to drain. Once you drain the area, you're just going to jump down from here and then walk into this room and safely make your way down this platform. Walk out, and then you'll get access to a site of grace right over here. Now, from the site of grace, what you need to do is come down this way and don't go in there. You're going to turn left and follow this pathway just like this, because there is a boss fight with a corrupted tree spirit. So then you're going to come to this building over here and go straight in. If for some reason this building is closed, then beat the tree spirit. Go down inside of this church right here, and you're going to turn right past all these enemies here. Try not to die. And run down this pathway. Go to the right to not get hit. And then you're going to walk into this room over here. From this room, you're going to see some doors. And what you want to do at these doors is open this up. And then what you're going to do is take the lift downstairs. Once you arrive here, activate this site of grace, which is going to be the tree worship passage. Then continue going down and then cross the bridge. Now you may see an item on the floor right in front of this statue. I would say don't pick it up until you watch my video about the Iris of Grace and the Iris of Occultation, just to be safe. All right, then go downstairs. Select the site of grace here. And then in front of you is going to be where a big boss fight is for the Scadutree avatar, but you have this unlocked so you can come down here anytime and fight it. The next secret area that we'll be heading to is the Jagged Peak area. This is basically a lot of dragons in this area. For this, you're going to have to go from Castle Front Site of Grace all the way up until you reach the Pillar Path waypoint, which is along this exact pathway on the map. Once you're at the Pillar Path waypoint, you're going to see maybe somebody on the road, Aegon. You can interact with this guy to start his entire quest line. If you want more info on the dragon quest line, I have a video on my channel for that. Now, once you're done exhausting his dialogue, proceed forward through this area. You may encounter an invasion by a dragon man. Just beat him and keep proceeding forward into this area. Once you proceed through this entire pathway, you then will arrive at a cave. Go into this cave, and this will unlock the Dragon's Pit. From here, you're then going to turn left and follow this exact pathway I'm showing you. Stay to the left here. Go down this path. Then you're going to turn left over here. Stay to the left. Go past this guy right here. Make another left. Go down. And once you're here, you'll see a stairway up and a stairway down. What you're going to do is take this stairway down this way, past all these guys, and then jump down this path, or this hole. Once you land on the bottom, you can just walk in this room where you'll have a confrontation with the Dragon Man. You'll get the Dragon Slayer Great Katana. Then proceed forward, open the doors here after the boss fight, activate this next site of grace, which is the Dragon Pit Terminus, where you then can hop on Torrent and proceed up to see this entire area. This is where the Jagged Peak area begins. You may see a sleeping dragon in front of you that is an optional boss. However, there's two directions where you can go from this area. If you proceed towards this northeast pass, you'll go up the entire mountain, fighting a series of dragons and exploring a huge secret that'll lead you eventually to Bale. Now, from this location, we'll be heading to the next secret area, which is going to be Charo's Hidden Grave. Now, to get there, we're going to angle ourselves at the southeast direction over here and hop on our torrent and make our way towards this path. So just follow along. And then as you start to see some headless dragon statues, that means you've arrived at the grand altar of Dragon Communion. So just go right up to that site of grace and activate it, and then from here, we're going to be moving to the secret area hidden right in front of our eyes. So from this altar, you're going to aim towards the southwest direction and just climb up on this wing. Go all the way up. And then right below you, you'll see a bunch of red flowers. This means we've arrived in our secret area. Charo's hidden grave. Once you arrive here, all you have to do is just continue on in this direction and you'll eventually land at the site of grace called Charo's hidden grave, so you can come back here anytime you may need. The next secret location is going to require you to go to the castle watering hole. From the castle watering hole, you'll find a giant furnace golem in front of you blocking this entire big door. What you want to do is walk around this area to get your character right around here, and then as you climb up to this pathway, and then you want to throw your hefty furnace pot right at it to wake it up. This will cause it to move out of the way, and then once you get access to here, you'll find a bunch of nice loot in this area that you can grab. And for those who say you can get into the Ruins of Unte without the hefty furnace pot, I'm sure you can, but you're gonna need to kill that furnace eventually to get the cracked tear from it, so you might as well do it all in one go. The next secret location that we'll be going to is going to be the Stone Coffin Fissure. Now you can find this by going to the Cerulean coast and making your way all the way south until you reach this giant hole in the ground. Once you arrive at this fissure location, you're going to want to make your way around these rocks, just like this, and then you're going to carefully go down this entire drop. Once you make it all the way down, you're then going to activate the Site of Grace over here. Now, if you come here early and Miquella's Ruin did not break in the game, or you didn't get the notification on your screen, this entranceway is going to be completely blocked by a big yellow light, not allowing you to go. However, if Miquella's Ruin has been broken, and most people report it happens after you enter the Shadowkeep main gate, then you should be able to walk into here with no problem and explore and find the secret boss that comes at the end, as well as continue Tholier's questline and Saint Trina. The next secret location is going to be the Ruins of Rauh, a location all the way on this side of the map. Now, in order to get to this spot, you have to start once again at the Cerulean Coast Site of Grace, and from here, we're going to make our way all the way down south. Once you arrive by this map fragment piece area, you're then going to immediately turn left and go down this pathway. You'll then arrive on a beach, and from here, you're going to ride this beach around all the way. Then you'll turn left and find this structure over here, and you're going to climb on top of it. Go through this gap here, and you'll be at the Ruins of Rauh. Let me know if you found any other secret locations, and you should check out this video over here.